Hi, I'm Vaughn from Vaughn and Phillips Catering. What I'm going to do for you today is a filled aubergine with mozzarella cheese. It's a vegetarian dish. It's a quick, easy recipe for a Friday evening. I decided that we'll do a vegetarian dish because I think a lot of people are scared of vegetarian cooking. You don't have to do a vegetarian meal with this. You can fill it with a mince, you can fill it with a curry. So let me get started. I'm going to run through the ingredients with you. Grated mozzarella cheese, breadcrumbs, chopped cherry tomatoes or just sliced in half, beautiful chopped up garlic. We've got a homemade marinara sauce. The marinara sauce is a tomato, onion, Italian based sauce. We've got some Parmesan cheese, we've got some oregano and some micro herbs for a garnish and a couple of eggs. We take the aubergine, we just cut off that little end bit, just like that. I'm going to cut the aubergine in half and you'll see how quick and easy this meal really is to make. Open it up in the middle. If you've got a family, I would do one of these per person because you cannot believe how filling this meal is. We're going to just spoon out the inside of the aubergine, eggplant. You think that this dish, as a vegetarian dish, your teenage sons and daughters won't eat this, but it's unbelievable. I actually make it for them and they love it. They absolutely love this dish. So there we go. I've now emptied out the second one. What I'm going to do now, push that aside. We're going to chop that up just now. We're going to get a nice fresh onion. We cut the onion in half. I'm going to use a full onion in this dish. Adds beautiful flavor. Just take off the outside of that. Cut it down the middle. Slice the onion like that. 2 slices through the middle. Put your fingers out of the way and just nice and fine. And you chop that onion. Okay, we're going to turn on that. Little induction plate, couple of glugs of olive oil in there. That reaches temperature incredibly quickly because it's an induction plate. Now the induction and cools down just as quickly. So the onions go into there. Black pepper, couple of turns of black pepper. Nice Himalayan rock salt. It's always nice to put a bit of extra salt with aubergine because it does absorb that bitter flavor that aubergine does have. You can already hear those onions starting to cook away. I'm going to cook them just for a few minutes, just until they become a bit glassy. You don't want to brown the onions per se. Teaspoon. We're going to add the garlic straight to that. Now be generous with the garlic. I certainly love it. And again, it gives that aubergine such a wonderful, wonderful flavor. So that's cooking beautifully. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just cut up that flesh of the aubergine just to make it smaller. And we're going to add that to this mixture. I wish you could smell this. It smells fantastic. The onions, the garlic, the salt, the pepper, and the olive oil, all just coming together beautifully there. Right, so that goes in. Put it all in. You'll actually find this filling, every time I've done this dish, there's always extra filling. So you can keep it and use it for other fillings too. We're going to take this, I'm going to transfer it into this bowl. I'm going to add the cheese, I'm going to add the tomatoes and the egg, and that egg just combines everything beautifully. So that's been cooking for a good 3.5 minutes now. I think that's ready to go. And you put that into your mixing bowl. Now we add all the other ingredients. So I take the the mozzarella cheese, add a good couple of, half a bowl of this. You know, there is a recipe and you can look at the recipe on the website. Parmesan cheese, it gives it a great hit. And again, you don't have to just use Parmesan cheese. I've actually got a whole, this is pecorino cheese. You can also grate this. I'm going to use this afterwards just to give it a nice punch. The more, the better. I'm going to add a bit more salt and pepper to this. And then we add the marinara. I'm going to use half of this marinara sauce. And then the other half I'm going to use to bake with. Oregano, secret, beautiful. This is classic Italian cooking. And look at that combining there beautifully. The cheese is starting to melt a little bit because of the heat from the onions and the eggplant flesh. We take one egg, break it inside, just give it a little mix again. Right, I'm going to take the baking dish now, add the rest of that marinara sauce. Now the marinara sauce, as I said earlier, all it is a tomato and onion based Italian sauce, also used on pizzas. The aubergine's going straight into that baking dish. Look at that, beautiful, that's filling in there. It looks amazing. There you go. The mixture's made. Then I'm going to top it with a mozzarella again. I've already preheated the oven at 180 degrees, and we're going to bake this for 50 minutes. So while you put that in the oven, it's a Friday evening, remember, go pour yourself a lovely glass of wine. We've got the panko breadcrumbs. I'm going to put those over the top of the breadcrumbs like that, over the aubergine. Gives it a nice little crunch. And then on the top, like I said, I'm just going to grate this pecorino. Gives it a beautiful flavor. I mean, I can smell this now. It smells absolutely amazing. There you go. A little bit of pepper there. And a little bit more salt. And that goes into the oven for 50 minutes, 180 degrees. Two beautifully baked aubergine. You can see the sauce on the bottom. Look at that, it's baked beautifully in there. Put it on your plate, and you can have that with whatever you like. You can take this, have a little salad on the side. I'm just going to garnish it with a bit of micro herbs. And there you have it, a quick and easy vegetarian dish for a Friday night. Filled aubergine with mozzarella and parmesan. Enjoy.